Hello! I'm just realizing that anyone who's joining right at the top is seeing like the captioning of me admitting to myself just before turning over to this bit of the stream that I've not warmed up because it's been a while since I've done this and I've totally forgotten to actually warm myself up before doing this. I'm just going to check that everything is working as we want it to be working. And yes, if this is making you ask some questions, I will be able to explain that very shortly. Making you ask some. Great. Okay, I know that I can be heard. Yes, I've actually added a new command to chat specifically because of this. If anyone at any point is wondering why there is a lapel mic to my glasses, there is an explanation now in chat. But also, I did a lot of experimenting as to how to get decent captioning whilst playing a ukulele, because if you have a mic like here or sat there, the ukulele just makes it really hard for the mic to hear the words that I'm saying or singing. So the quality of captioning during the songs should be way better now. Still might not be kind of absolutely perfect, but from what it was like a few weeks ago, definitely a marked improvement. But yes, hello folks. If you haven't watched this before, it is very much what it says on the tin. I make up and I improvise songs about people's TTRPG characters. I've got a few suggestions from social media that I'm going to start off with, especially as a couple of them are way overdue because I didn't have the spoons to do this a fortnight ago. So some of them are from back then. But do feel free to pop into chat, like if you have a character or a party or just like a moment in a campaign that you would like a story about, I will be happy to oblige. Because I love hearing about people's stories. This kind of started off as like wanting to get practice with improv whilst improv wasn't happening. And whilst I wasn't like playing a bard in a game that did songs. But now it's just turned into like I quite enjoy hearing about people's characters. So the first one we're going to look at, I'm going to bring this up right here. I mean, I love it when there's a name like Frangipani Muskox because the rhyming opportunities are infinite. But yes, Frangipani, I'm so sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Christopher Robin can let me know if I am. He is a fire genasi chocolatier who wears blacksmithing gear and a welding mask to protect the chocolate. Wields a chocolate hammer, which is a hammer made of chocolate, and is deeply invested in everyone being okay. Why am I not surprised that one of Christopher Robin's characters is deeply invested in everyone being okay? He offers hot chocolate whenever someone's particularly stressed or if he finds it in his pockets. He is not wise. Like, what an adorable character. Right, my throat feels weird, so I'm going to do a bit of a cough before I start this one. Okay, good to go. Figuring out how can I do that there so it's not constantly, this wire isn't just constantly on my arm. Frangipani Muskox, Fire Genasi chocolatier, just wants to make sure everyone's alright, giving out hot chocolates and stuff. Okay, gonna ease in with like a simple selection of chords. You know what? I'm not feeling good. I don't know if I'll make it through the day. I'm feeling pretty poor, and I don't know what more could make me okay. Everything just seems to go wrong for me in this wild land. So won't you help me out if you can? Lend me a fiery hand, because I've been revitalized by a hot chocolate from Frangipani Muskox. So Such a simple act of kindness got me feeling like a total boss. So if you're ever feeling down and you find yourself in the right part of town, then just follow the smell of chocolates, and that will lead you right to Frangipani muskox. Yes, they say he's a chocolatier, but I think of him more as an absolute wizard. You know, I don't think I've ever seen such chocolate skills on anyone. So let's go to the forge and try out some more of Frangipani's muskox incredible confectionery treats. Don't you know it's the most incredible thing that you are ever bound to eat? And you know, sometimes he walks around up and down the streets of our little town with a platter of samples to try out. Just wants to know everyone's doing okay now. Doing okay now. 'Cause Frangipani muskox wears blacksmithing gear and a welding mask to protect the chocolate, but that's not all that he is so very keen to protect. He's got hands of fire and a heart of gold, not a better genasi of which you can be taught. He just really cares a lot, and that's the most important thing about Frangipani muskox. I distressingly accurate to my playing style. I mean, yeah, I can't help it if it is just painfully clear that you are a very good-hearted person who plays very good-hearted people. I've also managed to spill a load of tea on my uke, so we'll see how that affects the rest of this. Sure, I'll be fine. Right, there's a couple more suggestions on social media that I'm going to have a look to. I see. Well, hello, Oz. In persona as Rossmells. Do feel free, anyone who's watching and wondering like, oh, could I have a song? Absolutely, just pop some details in chat about your character, some details about them, a name, that kind of thing. Often there's a lot of like obviously D&D ones on this channel, but I am more than happy to do songs about any kind of tabletop stories or characters. Right, okay, there's quite a few here, so I'm gonna like cherry pick some. Oh my god, there's one that is too good. A song from the point of view of a hammer of returning. Only it's not a hammer of returning, it just fell in love with the character and it always wants to return to them. It's just a +1 hammer. This is breaking my heart already. I don't know the hammer of returning in huge detail myself. I am just assuming it's very much like a Thor vibe, Mjolnir vibe. I am just going to check if there's anything additional that I should know, if the internet can tell me about it. But it's too hard to search for, so I'm just going to go off the general bits. Yeah, exactly. It does exactly what you expect it does. If you throw it, it comes back. Okay. Right. Okay. So it's a song from the perspective of the hammer of returning, who's just in love with the person who holds it. Oh no, I'm gonna end up making this so sad. Let's break out some sad chords then, shall we? Let's see, is this too dark, or is this just the right amount of bittersweet? Sometimes I wonder why you keep pushing me away. You seem to be thankful for what I do for you each and every day, but fight after fight, every day and night, all you do is throw me to the horizon, and I'll keep coming back like the fool that I am, 'cause it's you who I'm keeping my eyes on. I may be a hammer, but I have a heart. I have a heart, and it was always beating for you right from the start. Right from the start, I waited decades in a dungeon just to see you free me. Why, oh why won't this hurt? Leave me alone, 'cause you've got me thrown and flying on my own. Yes, you call me a hammer of returning, but it's you who I'm returning to. Do you think I do this for just anyone? No, it's always been about you. It feels like all you want me for is to just do damage, then do it some more. So why am I the one who is hurting? Who is hurting? And oh no, my secret, I don't think I will be able to keep it much longer. It's going to go wrong, 'cause you found a friend who knows identify, and if I could, you know that I would cry, 'cause the look in your eyes, please tell me it's one of a pleasant surprise to know not who you thought I am. I'm not a hammer of returning. I'm not that to you anymore. I'm just a hammer who does damage and then one more. Will I have to go? But still, you realize why whenever you threw me, I would fly right back to your hand, and you still carry me throughout this life. eventually had a happy ending. You know, found out that it wasn't Hammer returning, but still kept it around. Considering like how much I go for like the bittersweet and the tragic, that counts as a happy ending. But I love that suggestion. Oh my god, like sentient objects and stuff. There's so much you could do there really emotionally. Thank you, Trustworthy. I'm gonna have another look at some of the social media suggestions. I'll probably do like one or two more of those. But again, do feel free, and you can kind of see that like sometimes if you've just got a random TTRPG concept that you'd like a song about, I will happily dive in. Oh my god, I want more stuff about. I now want to do like a whole series about sentient objects. Okay. So I quite like this. A song of the most minor trickster god. Sorry, I've managed to. This tea is just getting in the way today. The song of the most minor trickster god, who mostly just does things like steals all the pen lids and makes all the pairs for socks in the other batch of washing. I quite like kind of petty stuff like that. Have I cut? No. Sorry, I must have cut a slash in my finger at another point, and I've only just realised. Okay, minor trickster god. What's something that's got a bit more of a... What you mean? Can you say that again? I don't know if I understand you, my friend. Is the Norse god of trickery really nearby? Did you say Loki? No, I said it's a trickster god who keeps it low-key. Just a little bit more minor, you see. Now, if you think things can really be just a little bit irritating, wait until he gets involved. Gets involved. I thought we had enough cutlery for when we had dinner with your family. I don't know where any of that could be. Oh no, it seems like we've been got by low-key. Keep it low-key. Now my shoe strap has totally snapped and there's no spares to be found. And I decided to jump in a puddle that looked fun, but actually it went deep underground. Now I'm soaked to the bone and with nowhere to go, I guess I'll just go home, you see. But I'm locked out of my own damn house, 'cause I've forgotten my own key. It's the work of Loki. Keep it low-key. Minor nuisance, you see. Keep it low-key. Now, anything minor that you've ever lost, or anything that's ever felt like it's come too much a cost, or any time that you've ever been trapped in frost, yeah, that's a very weird niche thing he does. And anytime things have felt just out of step, or you've been just a little too out of breath, or there's not quite enough eggs that you have left to bake that cake you wanted, that's low key. Keep it low key. It's a nuisance, you see. Minor immortality he has. He'll be here till the end, so you best figure out a way to work with it, my friend. Low key. Low, low, low key. That was a quick one. That was very fast. And you know, my voice wavering was obviously a very deliberate choice in that song, because I felt like it matched the tone and the content. So my voice kind of breaking and wavering was a very deliberate, creative, artistic decision. Oh God, sorry, hair in my face. Oh, what about these ones? What about the random civilians who have to put up with the nuisance of adventurers coming through their town and wrecking buildings / causing collateral damage? I also just want to see this thing about TPK. Not only did my PC's TPK mind flayer this week, but they also fireballed. Oh no, okay. That's a pretty good one. The collateral damage. Yeah. Okay. Let's do some kind of local council admin and such like. I'm probably gonna go a little bit slower, because that Loki song that was a lot on my brain. Quick fire rhymes are rough. Okay. I kind of want to go with something prettier. I don't know if that's right for things being destroyed. I just want to see how this feels. Yeah, fuck it, let's go with this. Good morning, councillors. Thanks for coming to this emergency meeting. Let's get all of the small talk out of the way. On any other day I'd be greeting you with a smile, and we'd talk for a while about how Margaret's rose bushes are doing. But right now there's too much to be getting on with, too much we need to push through with. So can we please talk about the lockbox funds we've got for rebuilding Main Street? I really hope that we can get this sorted. It's been the 5th week in a row. Adventurers come and go, but they don't seem to know the mess they leave behind. I think we see this damage is completely impossible to keep up with, but in time we'll make our way through this. We're gonna do this. The end of this is near. We need to go to all of these adventurers and say, you have no authority here. And yes, I know some of you were losing hope. There's such a long list of the things we've tried to do the steps we've tried to take, all of the additional things that we make, like we tried double yellow lines to say no spellcasting with time. It's just too much to be messing around with. And we put up all those signs saying stop shape-shifting and wild shaping. We can't accommodate so many animals. We're just a small town. We're really running out of security funds right now, and we need to fix the roof of the library. They fired it all in a fight last night, you see. Oh, we need to go to all the adventurers far and near. We'll serve them with some papers that say you have no authority here. And if we have to, we'll save up and surround ourselves in an anti-magic field. Right, let's move on to any other business. Think we were gonna talk about Tom's potato yield. This is not what I thought being a village councillor would be like. But you know, if we can make this work, I'll definitely sleep a little sounder at night. Oh, just tell them please use magic responsibly. A PSA that'll be so good for you and me. Thank you so much, Troutworthy, for the Jackie Weaver reminder, which was a very useful thing to hang some of my hats on. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Savarathshin is how I think it's pronounced, but thank you. That was a really cool suggestion. I really like the minutiae of what life must be like in a magical world is always kind of a fun thing to play with. Do feel free, anyone who's in chat who would like a song, absolutely just throw in suggestions and bits and pieces. I'll check that I'm not missing. Oh, I see. There's been a few requests that I haven't done yet. Cool. I think I'm gonna leave it with the socials and those requests. I do, if you ever request it via socials, if it's your only request, I absolutely do. It's just if I get multiples from the same person, I tend to like spread it out a bit. Okay, let me have a look see here. Okay, I see you, Oz, with this sentient ukulele song. That's very cute, but I'm not going to do that song. An embarrassed fantasy lawyer who got polymorphed into a cat and has to convince the judge multiple times he's still the lawyer. Sure, let's do a short song on that. That's fun. I once played a centaur in a one-shot. It was like a comedy one-shot for a live show, who was just a druid who'd fucked up really badly with a wild shape and couldn't like shake out the bottom half, and just kind of went around being like, oh yeah, I'm a centaur. That's just my deal. Out of embarrassment. Embarrassed fantasy lawyer who got polymorphed into a cat has to convince the judge multiple times he's still the lawyer. This is giving me like weird It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia vibes, with their kind of like whole range of courtroom things. Let's. Can I shuffle around chords? Can I try and find some different chords to use today? That feels a bit bright. That feels a bit. Maybe. Okay. Order in the court. This is a very serious case, and I like to make sure that I keep a tight ship in this here place. Could the prosecution and the defense please approach the bench, and we can finally get this high-profile, long-awaited case underway today. Hello, Judge. Hello, Judge. I know this is a little unorthodox. I ran afoul of a wizard today, and he decided to cast a polymorph spell on me. So as you can see, I look like a tabby, but I promise it's me. I am a qualified lawyer. I'm not a cat, I swear right to ya. Look here, I'm the prosecution, and this is an absolute disgrace. We can't have a cat upholding the law in such a hallowed place. No, I said I'm not a cat. I mean, I do look a lot like that, but I'm just a lawyer on the bad end of a spell. I am still perfectly capable of prosecuting this person pretty well. Okay, let's move on with the case. This is the people against the wizard known as the Thing. You've been accused of casting magic without a license and violating a probationary period. Now I'll hand over. I'm sorry, I really can't take this cat seriously. I'm not a cat, I'm not a cat, I am a lawyer. If only you would listen to me. And at that moment, an old lady burst through the courtroom doors, looking for someone she's seen before, shouting about her cat who's gone missing. Apparently came awakened after she was wishing for that. Has anyone seen my awakened cat? I think he might be pretending to be a lawyer, and no one knows quite what to do, how to move forward with the case. Is this a cat or a lawyer? A cat or a lawyer? That's the question for ya. But you know, no matter which, they tried the wizard and the cat. got a successful conviction. And to this day, he's trying out various convicts there. A little bit all over the place, and I was happy to leave the puns to the chat because my brain was still a little bit dead from Loki, and like improv fantasy songs are hard enough without having to also try and think of puns. This is incredible though. This string of punnage is beautiful. QC quality. See, I don't know enough about the law. I literally coded an original Phoenix Wright game for my partner's birthday, so that's where my understanding of the law is. It's of judges who do things that make no sense. It's of witnesses who like rip off disguises on the stand. That's where my understanding of legality in life sits. Phoenix Wright law is incredible. Hi, Lake Rose. Yes, there was just a song about a lawyer who may or may not have been a cat. I almost went a lot darker with that, where it was like they had two cats up against the wall with the whole like gun thing where you have to choose, and I thought, no, that's a bit far. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing lots of looking for adventurers to go on a quest to unstuck a ship that's stuck in a canal. When I say gun thing, I mean that scene in movies where you have two people claiming to be the same person. So you have them backed up against the wall and you have one person with a gun who's like, who is the real person? Convince me. That's what I mean by the gun thing. Okay, adventurers to go on a quest to unstuck a ship that's stuck in a canal. Okay, I can do a little one on that if anyone else has any other thoughts. Because my knowledge of the Suez Canal and the Everbright/Evergreen is pretty limited. I guess it's gonna be like a ghost ship or something, isn't it? Ghost ship stuck in a canal. The ghosts can't finish their unfinished business. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a spooky song. What are the spooky chords? I've already used the spooky chords as sad chords, but we're just going to go back for it. Okay. Ghost ship stuck in a canal. Somewhere outside of life and death, there's a place where those who've breathed their last breath are taken to a different space. They have to cross a river to go into the dark, but when the boat gets stuck, how can their afterlife even start? So we need adventurers from across the land who walk without trepidation or fear, who will save the ghost ship that's mired in the Styx. Can you all congregate here? You must move mountains and walk through seas, but look for the ghost ship you'll find eventually. Mired in fog and mist, look for it and help those who have kissed death's lips. can just see the land of the living. They can see it in the distance, and they remember all of their unfinished business. But they can never be at rest, stuck between two worlds with no bodies left. So they wait, reflect on their life until a light comes through the night, and walking on the water, a party of 5, going straight to the slaughter, hoping that they can still stay alive. They're fighting off everything in their way, but there still remains one question they need to say. They need to say, what keeps the ship mired here in the sticks? What so refuses its keel to lift? There's something dragging and pulling back, and it's only when the adventurers get inside they see that a ghost of a hammer pushing against the hull that says it never meant to go so far. It just wants to return to the one that it loves, the one that it loves, and it's pushing with so much might. That's why the ship can't move any further into the night. That hammer won't give up this time, and so it's freed. A bargain is made with death, you see, and they bring back the ghost of this hammer to the land of the living, and the ship sails away over the Styx with all the other ghosts still within it, and the hammer is laid at the feet of someone who can't quite believe what they see. Yes, all of the songs are about the hammer now. All of them. Even if I don't mention it, all of the songs are about the hammer. Everything is about the hammer. I do like it. I think that's the first like big callback I've ever done in one of these streams. Oh, sorry. This is not going to make sense to anyone who wasn't here for an earlier song. One of the earlier song requests, and I always put these up on YouTube afterwards, so you can always watch back. Let me just... that's where all the past streams are. There was a song that I was requested to do about a hammer of returning. There wasn't actually a hammer of returning, it was just a +1 hammer who really loved their like wielder so much that they would just always come back. And so I did like this weird ballad about this hammer, and then decided, you know what, I have to come up with a reason for why this boat isn't moving. Let's just have a hammer pushing against the hull of it. Just keeps coming back. Seriously, that's what, you know what? I will get to the Lake Roses song in a minute, but I'm now in like a weird groove. That's the kind of thing that the new Dungeons and Dragons movie should be. Just gonna say, because we all know that there's no way that movie is gonna actually have the feel of a game of it. So what they should do is just like make a movie about a sentient hammer that just cares too much, because that will be more the tone. Anyway, I saw the first Dungeons and Dragons movie when I was 10, and it was a Certificate 12, and I felt like a badass. I'd love to request a song about the woes of being a drow in the Menagerie Coast and dealing with the bright sunlight and tropical weather. Absolutely, I've had characters struggle with that. My Kryn wizard Cynthia, do say if I'm pronouncing things wrong, I will do my best, is having issues despite dressing like a goth lampshade. A drow complaining about being blinded by the light. Maybe she's also being blinded by the light of friendship that she's never experienced before. I had a drow character who ended up pairing up and going off on a emotional adventure with a half elf, and for various reasons in like weird in-world lore he was called Songbringer, and she also started calling him Sunbringer because she acknowledged that going on an adventure with him would mean that she'd be exposed to the sun, and also he was going to die before her, and so she acknowledged like the warmth and the brightness of him, but also the pain. That says so much about my characters. Okay, so Kryn wizard Cynthia, awesome. What's like a, yeah, I feel like I'm reusing a lot of same things. Otherwise you'll be blinded too soon. If you wait till it's late, you can be in the cold of the moon. Oh, Cynthia, just have some patience. I know you're not used to this. What others find as beautiful, you recoil at. For you this isn't bliss, but everything feels so bright. Why can't it feel right too? You're so out of step with all of those who walk alongside you. But Cynthia, I know the warmth and the heat can get too much, but all you need to do right now is trust, yes, the light is blinding, but you'll be finding ways to get through this, you know. Yes, the light is blinding, the road is winding, but you're gonna find a home. Yes, the light is blinding, and you'll be finding a way through this, you know. Oh, the light is blinding, the road is winding, but you'll soon find a home. Let the clouds part over you, shade yourself from the sun. It was never gonna be easy for you. After all, you're not just anyone. But maybe what feels so warm right now, what you're closing your eyes nice too is all of the friendship standing around that's being extended to you. 'Cause the friends are there and they want to care. Oh, Cynthia, just let them win. I know it's new to you. All you've gotta do is just reach back and then you can win. Yes, the friends are there, they just want to care. Oh, Cynthia, just let them in. 'Cause they're there for you. All you've gotta do is reach right back, then you can win. Cynthia. The first step is the hardest, Cynthia. And I know this is the farthest you've been away from home, out of any comfort zone that you'd ever claim to have. But just look around at the friends you found and rest. Oh, now, Cynthia. Songs about friendship. Cynthia Beltune. Oh, that's a good surname. Sorry, I've only just seen that the chat wasn't scrolling for me during the song. So this is me just catching up with bits and pieces. I do like it when the songs are chill. Like, I mean, I don't mind like a kind of fast-paced, low-key song. But it is nice to do like chill songs on a Saturday morning. For any final chill suggestions, I'm very much up for chill suggestions. Since we've got like enough time to do a final song. Chad Sirloin, that's so good. The other option is I have a song. I could just do one of the songs that I've made up for characters in my games. Is the other option, which is granted less on my brain. Should I just do that? Should I just be the most self-indulgent possibly on the stream? Okay. I'm gonna sing a song. I'm gonna finish up with this song. This song was a finishing Out of the Abyss, finishing that campaign, and somehow managing to not have like the utter TPK or slew of damage and stuff that we thought there was going to be. Which one is? I hope if I don't remember this one, then that's bad, right? I don't have any reason because I made it up. Well, no one died, none of the ones that we'd shed a tear for. All of the footsteps out of here belong to us. It's like we've stolen time, and I'm still surprised that I'm here for a moment so good it's a little hard to trust. And I know tomorrow's lying in wait, but don't ask me to think about tomorrow today. 'Cause today we won, and I feel like feeling like a winner. It's like air in my lungs and a little conversation with you at whatever pace we choose. At whatever pace we choose. I'm tired of plans, of always reaching for something in the distance. Can't the world at last just come in close? And with empty hands, it's so good to feel no resistance, no tension in letting everything just flow. Do you think somewhere someone's betting on us? 'Cause right now they're making a fortune. 'Cause today we won, and I feel like feeling like a winner. It's like air in my lungs and a quiet conversation with you at whatever pace we choose. At whatever pace we choose. And I'd like to find somewhere nice. Feels like that's what we're due. Or what do you say? After all the world's been saved, maybe nothing has to end today. 'Cause today we won, and I feel like feeling like a winner. Forget the air in my lungs and all the conversations with you. It's a now we get to choose. Ask, well, now what do we do? So I'm gonna leave it with that. I haven't played that one in a while. But yeah, that was one where it was like the D100 roll was just right, and a lot of things went right for us in that campaign. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your suggestions. Like I said, this is gonna go up on YouTube hopefully today, if not tomorrow. There are all of the previous ones are up on there on the same playlist. I'll throw up the link again just in case. This is a fortnightly stream, so I alternate Saturday mornings between this and doing text adventure time, which is basically where I share like skills and tips and show you how to do making text adventure games in Twine. There's also a few of those that have been there on YouTube as well if you're curious about that. And I've done professional Twine work, but I am not professionally trained, so it's pretty low jargon. And yes, do keep an eye out. Something if you like this kind of stuff, hopefully. I have a core mailing list, or follow me on Twitter. I'm doing one thing that I'm really excited about that should launch in about mid-May. It's a project called Alongamy, which is based off because I'm from Norfolk, so it's based off the Norfolk term Alongamy, which means with me. But also when you squidge it all together, it looks a bit like a long game. And I'm going to be working with kind of tabletop designers, LARP designers, theatre designers and makers. And we're going to make some kind of gameplay experience where we release games for 5 weeks. And if you join in playing those, then you can be part of like a weird mass world building experiment where we're going to imagine a nice world that kind of sits alongside our own and that we can learn about through games. And it's going to be super cool. I'm so excited for it. Other than that, I think just have a nice weekend. It's pretty sunny here, so if it stays this sunny, I am gonna play tabletop games in person for the first time in a year tomorrow, and I cannot wait. But thank you again so much. Do come back at either like next week if you want to learn about Twine, or 2 weeks time if you just want more songs. And have an absolutely lovely weekend, folks. Bye.